Eric Tulsky might be a freaking genius, and we all just didn't realize it 5 months ago when he made the massive blockbuster deal to acquire superstar forward Mikko Rantanen from the Colorado Avalanche. Yes, at the time, Carolina needed a game breaker. They were missing one. That's what they felt like they needed to add in order to get over the hump and achieve their goals of reaching the Stanley Cup final. Well, unfortunately for them, when they traded for Mikko Rantanen, they did get a game breaker, but they didn't get they didn't get the agreement that he would sign an 8-year extension. Turns out Mikko Rantanen never wanted to sign in Carolina, and that just made it look like a bad trade for the Carolina Hurricanes. And it looked like for the longest time, it might go down as one of the worst trades in franchise history because Mikko Rantanen might walk. Everything changed, though, when they got the massive haul on deadline deal. And that's what makes Eric Tulsky look like a freaking genius right now. When you have Logan Stankoven plus everything else in that Dallas trade. Yes, it is a win-win because Mikko Rantanen has been on a tear, on a different level. Probably the Conn Smythe favorite. No, not probably. Is the Conn Smythe favorite with 19 points, 9 goals. He has just been on another level. But guess what? Logan Stankoven is no scrub, and he is an elite young player that the Carolina Hurricanes got, and they put in their system, and he is the perfect Carolina Hurricane. Let's get into it all. I'm Justin Ironberg, and welcome back to another video. This is Second Look Sports. If you don't know us yet, hit the subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss a thing. We host a podcast every Monday and Friday. You don't want to miss those. Also, if you don't know me, I run an Instagram and TikTok account called Justin Sports. You might want to follow that because if you like hockey, I guarantee you're going to like the content that you see. Okay, let's talk about this. Eric Tulsky, a freaking genius is what he is, okay? We go to the Carolina Hurricanes trade history. And yes, Mikko Rantanen comes from the Colorado Avalanche on January 24th, 2025. And a massive Friday night blockbuster. Martin Necas, Jack Drury, a 2025 second round pick and a 2026 fourth round pick. At the time, you know what? This other trade that happened in the background wasn't talked about. It was just an addition. And that being Taylor Hall coming over from the Chicago Blackhawks. That trade is one of the big pieces as why the Carolina Hurricanes are in the Eastern Conference Final right now and why they look so deep. All 4 lines are just rolling for them. But anyway, back to the Mikko Rantanen deal. They acquire Mikko Rantanen. They hope to sign him. They couldn't get it done. They simply just, he wasn't going to sign in Carolina. He didn't love it. It wasn't a place where he felt like it was home for him. And making an 8-year commitment to a city that you only see once a year, it's not going to be like overnight that you're going to make that decision. So by the trade deadline or a week before the trade deadline, it looks like the worst trade ever because Mikko Rantanen is going to be leaving in free agency and they're going to have nothing to show for what they traded away in Martin Necas, who, by the way, had an unreal season with Colorado as well. Like, anyone that plays with Nathan MacKinnon can be irreplaceable, or what we thought, because Mikko Rantanen has elevated his game. But we go to the trade deadline, and this is where the big haul comes in, because Eric Tulsky might have looked like an idiot at the moment, but now looking back on this, he looks like a genius. Getting Logan Stankoven, a 2026 first, a 2028 first, a 2026 third, and a 2027 third. Getting 5 assets for Mikko Rantanen and getting an elite young superstar in the making. I'm not joking when I say superstar. This guy is a superstar in the making. I don't know how you walk away with it not feeling good. Like, they have to feel good with where they are with this trade now. Mikko Rantanen, yes, although he did struggle with Dallas, he looks like he's having an unreal playoffs, and Dallas is looking at this like it's a win-win. Like, they're not sorry for trading for Mikko Rantanen. Yeah, it sucks about losing Logan Stankoven, but both teams fared very well. And Carolina, at the end of the day, they added Taylor Hall and Logan Stankoven to their lineup. Now, if we go to Logan Stankoven's bio page here, and let's just switch this up here. Oh, sorry. Let's switch this up and go to Logan Stankoven. Logan Stankoven, in 19 games played for them, had 5 goals, 9 points. You know what? That you're going to look at those numbers and you're going to say, nah, not great. Okay, I understand. I completely understand. It's the playoffs, though. He's a half point per game in the playoffs, 3 goals, 2 assists. And to be honest, in Carolina's system, you're not going to get 100-point players. Like, that's not the system that they play. The system they play is a team system. It's a team-oriented system, and that's how they get their wins. It's boring hockey, but guess what? It's annoying boring because the other teams can't beat it. That's why it's good for them. And Logan Stankoven, a perfect Carolina Hurricane, has been one since he joined the team. So yeah, when you look at the stats, you might say, oh, he's not excelling greatly. But if you go watch his gameplay, he actually is. He is perfect for what they needed, and he adds depth scoring now. That's what they needed as well. They needed a game breaker, yeah, sure. But when you can add multiple good pieces that can get you scoring or add scoring in the playoffs, is that not better? Is that not better for you? I really do think it is. Anyway, when we move on to the Taylor Hall side, which is also the other piece that they added. Now, Taylor Hall, in 31 games, with the Carolina Hurricanes after being traded, had 9 goals, 18 points. And I'm not going to lie, like for Taylor Hall, that's 33 years old right now. I was not expecting this from him. Like he has not looked great the last couple of years, especially in Chicago there this year to start the year. It did not look like we were going to see a good Taylor Hall here for the rest of his career. But ever since he got to Carolina, everything's kind of changed. And like maybe it's definitely organizational, where if you're with a good organization, you kind of switch your mood. You kind of get into I love hockey again. And that's what we're kind of seeing with him. And he's been a great additional scoring in the playoffs as well. Like I said, 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. He's adding the depth scoring that the Carolina Hurricanes need. And that's all that matters. So at the end of the day, the Carolina Hurricanes just defeated the Washington Capitals in the Eastern Conference semifinal to go to the 3rd Eastern Conference final and 2nd in their last 3 years. We're going to look back in this when all the picks are in, or if they trade them to get other players, and we're going to say Eric Tulsky made a very, very, very bold decision. But that bold decision has paid off in a massive way for both him and the Carolina Hurricanes. Subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you next time.